I'd like to start just by saying what a special night on all fronts. Truly a great night. I want to start by thanking the Big Blue Nation. That is what I'm talking about when I say it takes all of us. They made a difference. The fans made a difference. The students made a difference. Greatly appreciate the support of the team. I told you all along that I love this team because of the way they prepare and go about their business. We talked all week. It was going to start again in the trenches, physical. The more physical team is going to win. We talked all week about winning your one-on-one matchups, wherever they were going to be. And then situational football, 2-minute drives, third down, red zone, critical series, and that's what we did. Arguably one of the most complete games since I've been here. And just appreciate the team's approach. And there's nothing cocky about this team, but they absolutely expected to play like this. And that's the way they prepared, and that's the way they're going about their business, and that's what I love about this team. The last thing I'd like to say is I'm glad we played good for Marco and the Shemwell family. We're going to bring this game ball to them tomorrow for Marco and the Shemwell family, and I'm so glad that we played well in honor of him and that family.
Questions?
Mark, I asked you Thursday if this was a chance for your defense to prove that all those talk in the offseason that they had gotten so much better. It seemed like they did that tonight. What did you think of that performance?
Without a doubt, they played a very good football game. I didn't really have time to even look at all the total yardage and all that. All I know is we played good. So I really appreciate the effort. I thought, Coach House and the defensive coaches, and of course Coach Green, the offense coach, the coaches have done a great job preparing this team. And the players just believe in each other and play hard. And they got a competitive edge about them, and really, executed and played very good. And I'll be honest with you, we were not overly complex tonight on defense. We had a great plan, but it was simple. And our players played, and they made it good. And played exceptionally hard and executed and did some really good things.
You said earlier this week you had to play with a lot of numbers against their rushing attack. It didn't feel like you needed to with Josh rushing the passer. How good was he today?
He is a dominant football player. Just for me watching him from the sideline, I agree with you. I was making sure we were being able to rush him as much as we could because seemed like he was unstoppable. But he did a really good job in coverage and collision too. And he's so big and long, he's disruptive in the pass game as well. He's a dynamic player and was exceptional. He was very hard to block tonight, and he's a great football player. And the great thing about him is he's so happy for the team. It's not he's going to get his, and he's doing what he has to do, but it's about the team and having success, and that's the way all these guys are.
What do you think,
Mark,
Benny?
how much do you love when
Benny was amazing as well. What did he have? I don't even know.
4 touchdowns, 165 yards.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
No, he's Benny. He really is. He'll be the first one to credit the physicality of the offensive line, but he has a determination about him and a toughness and vision. He's Benny. He's done. He doesn't surprise me because once again he's a dominant football player and he deserves the credit that he gets as well. I'm sorry, I cut somebody off back there.
how much do you love when opposing teams come out and say, Benny, you can't run on them?
Yeah, well, we shouldn't need that motivation, but Benny, he'll use anything to motivate him, so that's a good thing. And he's always ready. That's the beautiful thing about Benny. He may get a little fired up, and he's fun for you guys because he might get talking a little bit, but that's okay. Y'all need to get some sound bites as well. I realize that, but that's just Benny. He's going to play hard no matter what. He really is, and you know, I think his high school coach or whoever said that best, he'd run over his mother, and that's probably true. You know, whoever gets in front of him, he's going to run hard.
Mark, we talked about all the veterans in the secondary, the redshirt freshmen, the big play. Tyrell, how big of a play do you think that?
It was a big play. It was a big play. You know, D-Rob got quality snaps tonight as well, and but Ty's interception was big. You know, and that's him. He has really good ball skills, and you know, so it was really good for him to get significant action and make a critical play for us.
Did Jordan Griffin play today?
No.
Do you expect him back?
Yeah, I do. Yes.
Mark, talk about that one catch CJ Conrad made. That was just unbelievable.
Great catch, great play, critical moment in the game, and it was really nice to see him go up in traffic in a competitive situation and come down with the ball.
Fitzgerald seemed to be really limited in the second half. I think he had about 145 yards in the first half between throwing and running. What was the key there, outside of maybe Josh disrupting him and keeping it in the pocket or whatnot?
Yeah, it was you know, great team defense. You know, we really did a nice job. Like I said, we weren't overly complex, but we had some good, you know, good things for him, and our players did a nice job of disguising, and we're really on point with them looking and changing, and you know, they want to know what you're in a lot, and you know, our players really did a nice job of having you know, confidence in their disguises and when to come down and when to you know, get movements, and then it comes down to just tackling and covering. But Coach, like I said, Coach House had a good plan, and guys executed and played exceptionally hard. And you know, when we had them in predictable pass, you know, again, that's where the fans make a big difference. You know, that's you know, again, I just greatly appreciate it, but we need it like that. That's what we do. That's what we play in the SEC. That's the environment we're supposed to play in, and it makes a difference because when they're loud and the offensive line can't hit a snap count like that, it's very hard to block Josh. And that's where it makes a difference.
You had another one of those situations late in the second, right before the half, where you guys were able to go up. And I mean, did you think about last time in Mississippi State where that was sort of the? You said that was the turning point last season.
What, yeah, but which situation? This when we had to punt with about 3 minutes left, or the vice versa,
yeah,
or when we scored, yeah. But you know, we had two situations there. We did punt on the one, but then I thought it was huge that our defense, I believe we got a 3 and out. We got it back pretty quick there, and then we went down and scored, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's huge. I mean, it's a big deal. You know, I would have rather done it with 3 minutes left, but it was good to still get it done.
Mark, in the process of building this thing over time, what was it like tonight just watching your guys dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball against maybe one of the more physical teams in the SEC in the country?
Without a doubt. They are one of the more physical teams, and I think that says a lot about our team and our coaching staff, and you know, Corey Edmond and Coach Mark Hill and our strength staff and D-Mac and John and those guys. They work hard, and they worked hard for years, and you know, that's what we're going to keep on doing. And you know, it's a credit for our players for buying in and you know, doing the dirty work when nobody's watching, and you know, over time. And you know, that was one of my messages on Monday. I don't like getting into all the messages that tell you about with the team or whatever, but you know, I talked you know, a lot about Monday and about some other things about you reap what you sow, and you know, sooner or later you're going to get paid and you're going to benefit from that, and you know, you don't know when. It's later, and you don't know when that time is, but you got to keep on working and keep on doing it, and eventually you're going to get paid many times over. And so, you know, our team is working very hard in a lot of ways when people don't see it.
Will you just comment on how much of an impact it's made that Mike and Josh and Jordan all decided to come back for their senior year and how that's affected the team?
I think it's definitely affects the team in a positive way because those guys came back with a mission, and you know, their leadership is paying off, and it sets a great example for our young players as well to see what they're doing and how they're working. Those guys are vested. You see them on the sideline, and I mean, I love them. I mean, they're just a good group, but there's some things in there that I even had to chuckle at. I love it. It takes me back a little bit. I don't really want to get into it. I've got to tell you a little bit, but I mean, Darius West's over there. I mean, he's just he's a maniac. I love it. You know, and he just he wanted to rip people's faces off on the sideline. And I'm like, like, easy here, big dog. You know, but like, I love that. It's not in a bad way. It's like getting everybody to play at a high level, and you know, they're all like that.
Mark, how gratifying is it for you personally to have a defense play like that against an offense that is really good?
Oh, of course it's gratifying, but it's, you know, it's gratifying to have a team that plays like that, and it's physical. When we, you know, when they don't convert on 4th and 4, and that was basically the game, and we convert on 4th and 2. You know, that's you know, at the end, at that point, you know, that was critical plays, and you know, it's that situational football I was talking about with the team as well, and you know, so it's very gratifying to have the team be able to play physical like that and get tough yards when everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run and you still run for yards. That's a good thing, and the defense coming up with big stops all day. Is this right? Did they have 201 yards of total offense? Is that true?
Yeah. Mark, Mississippi State had 16 penalties against them tonight, and a number of them were unsportsmanlike against themselves. You got to be happy with how your players responded and didn't retaliate, because that happens a lot of times.
We were actively discussing that on the sideline because some of our guys were getting extremely frustrated, and you know, we hugged them, and Bunchy was one of them, and just kept on talking to them about, you know, that's the good, you know, you got to have the good pride, and that's very hard for players sometimes when they're getting, and I don't want to point, you know, I don't want to throw attacks at them about what was going on, but there's a point sometimes when you have to accept things for your team. That takes a stronger man, and it takes a big person to swallow that bad pride and have good pride and do that for your team. And there was many cases of that tonight.
How'd you feel Terry managed the game tonight? You know, I know he had that one pick, but outside of that, it seemed like he, you know, controlled the offense.
Yeah, I thought he did a really good job against a good defense, and you know, we did, you know, some good things, and Terry looked like he did some good things as well.
Yeah, big catch from Dorian before halftime.
That was a big catch. It was really good to see that from Dorian, and you know, Terry to get that down to him, and Dorian to come down with it, and huge play. At that point, we were losing 7-0. I think that was the one we scored before half. That was a really big play. Nice catch by Dorian. Good throw. And that was a big point as well. Right.
You mentioned the 201 yards of defense. I think it was only 56 on the ground. What does that say about your team?
They were averaging 310, 311, something like that.
311.
So just a phenomenal job by our guys. And again, there was nothing. It was a good plan. It was a good, solid plan, but there wasn't any crazy mojo going on. The guys just played hard and did some really good things and played stout.
Mark, another strong second half. That's starting to be a trend with this team.
Again, you just got to look at the team. You know, you know, they mentioned the strength and conditioning coaches and the team and the work, and you know, that's this league. You know, you better be able to man up, and you better be physical, and you better be able to play 4 quarters. And super proud of them. And guess what? We have another opportunity to prove it 7 days from now. So again, it's going to be the same thing, and we got some business to attend to tonight. So we're only going to celebrate this one for about 16, not 24.
Fans are going to be dreaming big dreams of playing in the SEC championship game. Do you embrace those dreams, or do you try to tamper them all day?
Come on now, you know what I'm going to say. I embrace the next week. You know, I'm going to sit in here next week. We don't play good, you're going to be butchering me. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. You know, and, you know, I'm just, all these doors again, you know, this, that, everything, all home game now, this, I get tired of it. We're knocking dang doors down one at a time. So we're going to knock a door down every 7 days, what we're trying to do, because one of you will come up with something.
Are we coming out healthy? Are we coming out healthy?
Yeah. I don't want to hear anything about this running quarterback. I don't want to hear anything about teeing it up for a home game and not playing. I don't want to hear anything about what other doors you guys got.
Mark, the door that you were able to knock down 2 weeks ago at Florida, do you think that freed your players up tonight in the second half?
I do, to a sense, yeah. I definitely do. I mean, you have to learn to win. You have to learn to have confidence. I don't believe in false confidence. You know that. I've said it for years. I don't believe in that. You know, you better earn the respect by the work that you put in. You get confident with your preparation.
Are you coming out?
I have seen our team, you know, get confident. I have. I've seen a difference in practicing to get better instead of just putting them in a situation or trying to learn plays. You know, like just taking it to another level. I do feel that.
Are you coming out of the game healthy?
Yeah, I think so. think we're in pretty good shape.
All right, folks, thank you very much.
Go
We've
ahead.
got Benny
What's that?
Snell coming in here.
Did you talk about playing for Marco's family going into the week?
Pardon me?
Did you talk about playing for Marco's family going into the week with the team?
I did. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd like to keep that private. You know what we've done and all that, because I just out of respect for that family and what we've done, and that's not why we do things. You know, I said it was important for us. I'm glad we played well to bring that ball, and but what we've done and all that, I'd rather, out of respect for them, just kind of keep that in house. But thank you.
Okay, thank you.